Hi, everyone. I know that some of us are getting ready for a Passover Seder. Maybe this is your Passover Seder tonight. And I know it's kind of an unusual year, an unusual time, but I thought I would bring some familiar music to you for your Seder. Some Seder songs, kind of a Passover playlist. This is one that the Micah Kids Choir used to do some years ago. Wrote with my friend Victoria Shaw. You might remember it. On this night we set the Seder table, gather around with friends and family, perhaps this year on Zoom. We read from the Haggadah, sharing stories once again of how we once were slaves, but now we're free. The youngest asked the question, and we listened as she spoke. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol halelot. Why is this night so different from the rest? Why do we eat the herbs of bitterness? Why do we eat matzah? Why can't we eat bread? How come we don't sit up straight but we recline instead? So many questions running through my mind. Why? The Seder plate is full of many symbols to remind us of our struggle and our tears. But through our pain and strife, we always manage to survive. And that's why we tell the story every year. Though time keeps marching forward, we must not forget the past. It's the Passover tradition for the youngest child to ask. Why is this night so different from the rest? Why do we eat the herbs of bitterness? Why do we eat matzah? Why can't we eat bread? How come we don't sit up straight but we recline instead? So many questions running through my mind. Why? So many questions running through my mind. Why? Why do we tell the story? Well, we like to tell the story of how once we were slaves, but now we are free, and that's what the Passover Seder is all about. This is one that many of you probably remember, called Avadim Hayinu. Avadim Hayinu, Hayinu, Ata b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. Avadim Hayinu, Ata b'nei chorin. Avadim Hayinu, Ata b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. Avadim Hayinu, Ata b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. Avadim Hayinu, Ata b'nei chorin. Avadim Hayinu, Ata b'nei chorin, b'nei chorin. And the text says, once we were slaves, today we are free. So you might be setting up your Seder table right now. Kids, you might be helping your parents set up the Seder table. So you might need a little bit of a refresher, a reminder of what's on the Seder table. So this is a song set to the melody that you just heard of Avadim Hayinu. And these words were written by Cheryl Lane. She tells us what's on the Seder table, and then she'll tell us what's on the Seder plate, too. What's on the Seder table, do you know? What's on the Seder table, do you know? 1 cup for Elijah, 1 cup for Elijah. Elijah's cup is on the table on Pesach. What's on the Seder table, do you know? What's on the Seder Seder plate. Let's see if you know them. What's on the Seder plate? Do you know? What's on the Seder plate? Do you know? It's an egg, a roasted egg. Pizza is on the Seder plate on Pesach. What's on the Seder plate? Do you know? What's on the Seder plate? Do you know? It's a bone, a roasted bone. So Roma's on the Seder plate on Pesach. What's on the Seder plate? Do you know? What's on the Seder plate? Do you know? Bitter herbs, bitter herbs. Maror is on the Seder plate on Pesach. What's on the Seder plate? Do you know? What's on the Seder plate? Do you know? It's some parsley, fresh green parsley. Karpas on the Seder plate on Pesach. What's on the Seder plate? Do you know? What's on the Seder plate? Do you know? It's charoset, sweet charoset, nuts, apples, wine, and cinnamon on Pesach. So now you know what's on the Seder table and you know what's on the Seder plate. So kids, you can help your parents get it all set up. So one thing we always do on during the Seder is ask the 4 questions. So this is an Israeli tune of the 4 questions, and I bet that you know them and you can sing along with me. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol halelot, mikol halelot, shebechol halelot anu achlin chametz umatzah, chametz umatzah. Halayla hazeh kulo matzah. Halayla hazeh kulo matzah. Shebechol halelot anu achlin sha'ar yirakot, sha'ar yirakot. Halayla hazeh maror, maror. Halayla hazeh maror, haror. Shebechol halelot ein anu mapilin afilu pa'am echat, afilu pa'am echat. Halayla hazeh shetef ve'amin. Halayla hazeh shetef ve'amin. Shebechol halelot anu ochlin bein yoshvin uvein misubin, bein yoshvin uvein misubin. Halayla hazeh kulan misubin. Halayla hazeh kulan misubin. Doesn't matter how many years I have sung that, it's always a tongue twister, but it is fun to sing. So once we get into the story, which maybe you are now starting to tell around your Seder table, there's a familiar song that we pretty much sing at every Seder. When Israel was in Egypt land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand. Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell, oh Pharaoh, let my people go. Let's sing that one more time together. When Israel was in Egypt land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand. Let my people go. my people go. But Pharaoh didn't let the people go right away, not until we had the 10 plagues. Here's a song about the 10 plagues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. Blood in the water made the river run red. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Pharaoh should have listened to what God said. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Frogs were jumping in Pharaoh's hair. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Pharaoh didn't like it, but the frogs didn't care. 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. Creepy, crawly, itchy lice. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Mess with the Holy One, you better think twice. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Filthy flies, so dirty and vile. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Not exactly Pharaoh style. 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. The cattle and the horses and the oxen died. 10 plagues in Egypt land. I won't give up, old Pharaoh cried. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Boils and blisters on his skin. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Give it up, Pharaoh, you're never gonna win. 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. The hail rained down from the heavens on high. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Hurt so much made Pharaoh cry. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Swarms of locusts ate the crops. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Hard-hearted Pharaoh just wouldn't stop. 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. Dark descended on the light of day. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Pharaoh was lost, couldn't find his way. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Firstborn, the final blow. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Finally, Pharaoh let the people go. 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. All right, so finally, Pharaoh let the people go, and they finally crossed the sea, and they were standing at the sea in freedom. And here's maybe what they sang. Standing at the sea, Micah mocha, standing at the sea, Micah mocha, standing at the sea, Micah mocha, freedom's on our way. We're singing and dancing, Micah mocha, singing and dancing, Micah mocha, singing and dancing, Micah mocha, freedom is on our way. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. They're coming up behind me, Mocha, they're coming up behind me, Mocha, coming up behind me, Mocha, freedom's on our way. We're bound no more, Mocha, bound no more, Mocha, bound no more, Mocha, freedom's on the sea she parts. Michamocha, the sea she parts. Michamocha, freedom's on our way. We're walking through the water, Michamocha, walking through the water, Michamocha, walking through the water, Michamocha, freedom's on our way. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. We're on the other side, Michamocha, we're on the other side, Michamocha, we're on the other side, Michamocha, freedom's on our way. One God, Michamocha, one God, Michamocha, one God, Michamocha, freedom's on our way. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. Freedom, 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 freedom's on our way. All right, let's see what's next here in the Passover playlist. Okay, who knows what a timbrel is? Does anybody know what a timbrel is? A timbrel is another name for a tambourine, is what we would call it now, I think, a tambourine. So if you have a tambourine in the house or a shaker, something you shake, why don't you get it out so you can play your tambourine or your timbrel or your shaker with me. And now women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. Here's a little story. And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety. The tapestry she wove was one which sang our history. With every strand and every thread she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances toward the light. And now women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. When Miriam stood upon the shores and gazed across the sea, the wonder of this miracle she soon came to believe. Whoever thought the sea would part with an outstretched hand, and we would press to freedom and march to the promised land. And now women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam the prophet took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice in song, she sang with praise and might. We've just lived through a miracle, we're gonna dance tonight. And now women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And now women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. It is a joyful song. So, we always give thanks for the things that God did for us. And the song Dayenu says, had God brought us out of Egypt and not supported us in the wilderness, it would have been enough. Dayenu. Had God given us the Sabbath and not the Torah, it would have been enough. Dayenu. Had God given us the Torah and not brought us to the land of Israel, it would have been enough. Dayenu. Ilu hotzianu mi Mitzrayim, hotzianu mi Mitzrayim, Dayenu, Dayenu. remember a song that my dad used to sing when he was leading Seder. It's a traditional Passover song. Some of you may remember it, called Dayenu. Dayenu, Dayenu, yivne veto becharov, bimheira, bimheira, yamenu bekarav, el b'nei, b'nei vercha bekarav. Dayenu, Dayenu, yivne veto becarav, bimheira, bimheira, yamenu bekarav, el b'nei, b'nei vercha bekarav. So I don't think that any Seder would be truly complete if we didn't sing Eliyahu Hanavi. We invite Eliyahu to our Seder. Maybe this year we'll wave at him through the window. But we always set the cup for Elijah, for Eliyahu, and we sing this song. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Bimheira le'amenu, Yavo aleinu, Im Mashiach ben David, Im Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. And then we say, next year in Jerusalem. This is a favorite version of Lishana Haba'ah that I remember. It's a Yemenite melody. Basically, it says, next year in Jerusalem. Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Be'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Be'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Be'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Be'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Be'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Be'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Be'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Be'Yerushalayim. Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Lishana Haba'ah, Be'Yerushalayim. Chag Sameach, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful Passover.